Well, former Labor Senator Stephen Conroy joins us now. Hope you're refreshed and raring to go after a little bit of time off, Stephen. There's a bit for us to catch up on here. We'll lead with the story that keeps on giving at the moment, the Stage 3 tax cuts. It's a story that keeps on giving because the Prime Minister won't expressly rule out changes beyond the budget this month. It feels like they do want to make changes there. Does the Prime Minister need to come clean on that and expressly rule them in or out?
Look, he's been pretty definitive in terms of over the weekend and the last couple of days, saying that there's, all this suggestion something in the coming budget is going to change. He's made it very clear it's not. The Labor Party made a tough decision before the last election, and Albo led that we would support them. And now, after the election, the Teals, a group of people in the media, the Greens, the Australia Institute, all decide that they want to lead a campaign against breaking election promise. I mean, I was in a government that made a tough call and had to back away and reverse a decision around carbon tax and the price you pay if you look to people down the barrel, whether you're Julia Gillard, whether you're Tony Abbott, who looked down the barrel and said, oh, look, the ABC, no cuts to the ABC. And then you win government and all of your sort of red meat base go, great, that was just a rubbish promise. You don't have to worry about it. We all hate the ABC on our side of politics. Let's cut it. And that's exactly what's happening now. A bunch of people outside the Labor Party are leading a campaign to try and make the Labor Party dump a core election promise.
But they shouldn't, right?
Well, they've made the promise. They took a tough decision. This was not a decision that was popular inside the Labor Party, but Albo showed leadership on it. And he said, no, look, this is a bill that we will support. We've said we'd support it. We voted for it in the Parliament, and we've said we'd keep it after the election. And you can't now all of a sudden, just because the Teals and the Greens and the Australia Institute decide, right, great, we don't have to care about breaking promise. We won't ever pay the price politically with Middle Australia if we break this promise. So Albo has been very clear. And those leading this campaign don't have to pay the price.
Right.
They've been champions of integrity. We want more integrity in politics. And the first thing they do, these people who've been demanding integrity, say, oh, no, stuff that, let's break the promise.
See, I'm not sure he has been clear, though, because, there is that line that everyone parrots. Our position hasn't changed, but that's for the now. He won't go beyond that and say our position won't change. We will be keeping them as is. There's nothing definitive like that. Does there need to be?
Well, I think if the government are going to keep their election promise, the sooner they bury this as an issue and allow the budget and the initiatives, both difficult ones and positive ones that are going to be made from our election promises in this coming budget, the sooner they'll get clear air. So if they're going to keep their promise, then they should bury this so they can allow the positives and the tough decisions to be discussed over the next few weeks and after the budget. This will just be a distraction.
Yeah, well, and now you've got the problem that Alinta Energy forecasting yesterday that energy prices are going to bump up 35% next year. Matt Canavan did the sums for us. He says on average that'll mean people's energy bills will rise by about $600 a year. That other promise is gone, hasn't it? $275 saving by 2025?
Well, the Labor Party's policies in this area haven't been put in place yet. So what you're seeing here is the flow-through of the failed policies that Matt Canavan, and to be fair to Matt, he said, I failed to keep baseload power in the system. I failed to get a new coal-fired power station. They're his policy. They're the previous government's policy. All of the price rises you're seeing at the moment come from the policy settings from the previous government. Labor's policy settings aren't in place yet. So as much as, Peter Dutton and Matt Canavan want to try and blame Labor for the price rises that take place at the moment, there's a combination of world factors, the war, the impact on gas being sold overseas at incredible profits for the gas companies, coupled with this is the policies and the outcomes from Peter Dutton and Matt Canavan's time in government. Mm-hmm. So stop trying to blame Labor for the policy settings which are delivering the price rises today, because Peter Dutton, Matt Canavan, they were yours.
Okay, Stephen Conroy. Good to see you, though. We'll see you again next
Great
week.
talk.